Hello and welcome. Let's embark on an engaging new lesson where the qualities of leadership harness the power of innovation to enhance their abilities.
Today's topic of discussion is developing prototypes utilizing leadership characteristics and design thinking principles.
Various dimensions play a role on prototype, from leadership perspective and design thinking to rollout to implementation or production.
Let's try to understand how design thinking addresses the need of moving a prototype to real model.
Let's explore different design thinking subjects to comprehend the most effective ways of implementing it. Topics we will cover are shared in slide.
Divergent prototype. A divergent prototype refers to a prototype that explores a wide range of possibilities and variations in design or concept. It is created during the divergent phase of the design process, where the goal is to generate multiple ideas and solutions. Divergent prototypes encourage creative thinking and innovation by exploring different directions and options, allowing designers to consider various perspectives before converging on a final solution. Various processes involved in it as below. 1. Critical experience prototype or critical function prototype. 2. Dark horse. 3. Funky prototypes. The details of the processes are in slide.
Converging prototype. A converging prototype is a prototype that represents the refined and consolidated version of an idea or concept. It is developed during the convergent phase of the design process, where the goal is to select the best solution from the diverse range of ideas generated during the divergent phase. Converging prototypes are the result of evaluating, refining, and combining the most promising elements from different concepts. These prototypes serve as a focused representation of the final design direction, helping designers and stakeholders make informed decisions about the product or solution. Various processes involved in it as below. 1. Vision prototype. 2. Functional prototype. 3. X is finished. 4. Final prototype. The details of the processes are in slide.
Prototype testing is to validate if the implemented ideas are aligned with the needs of users. It usually happens after the ideation phase. The idea is taking shape into prototypes that need to be tested with the users. Feedback collected in this phase is most important. Multiple prototypes with low resolutions, low fidelity are appreciated. It's to get feedback on various dimensions of desirability, feasibility, and practicability.
Let's understand MVP. MVP stands for Minimum Viable Product. It is a concept from the field of product development and entrepreneurship. An MVP is the simplest version of a product or service that allows a team to collect the maximum amount of validated learning about customers with the least effort. In other words, it is the most basic version of a product that can be built and introduced to the market to test how customers respond to it. By releasing an MVP, entrepreneurs and product developers can gather feedback, analyze user behavior, and make data-driven decisions about how to improve and enhance the product before investing significant resources into its full development. MVPs are valuable for startups and businesses aiming to validate their ideas, minimize risks, and iterate based on real user experiences and feedback.
The term testing sheet, in the context of design thinking, doesn't refer to a standard or widely recognized tool. However, in the iterative process of design thinking, testing and gathering feedback are crucial steps. Designers often create various tools and templates to conduct user tests and gather valuable insights. These tools can include user feedback forms, usability testing scripts, survey questionnaires, and observation sheets. Designers often customize these tools based on the unique requirements of their projects, ensuring that they capture relevant data and feedback during user testing sessions. The testing sheet essentially acts as a guide and a record-keeping tool to help designers organize their testing efforts and document the outcomes of user interactions with the prototypes or products.
A/B testing, also known as split testing, is a technique used in marketing and product development to compare two versions of a web page, email, app, or other marketing assets. Its goal is to determine which version performs better in terms of specific metrics like click-through rates, conversion rates, or sales. Here's how it works. 1. Creating variations. Two versions, A and B, of a web page or email are designed with differing elements. These variations can include changes in headlines, colors, or layouts. 2. Random assignment. Users are randomly split into two groups. Group A experiences version A, and Group B interacts with version B3. Measurement. Each version's performance is measured using specific metrics like click-through rates. The version that outperforms in these metrics is considered the winner. 4. Analysis. After collecting enough data, statistical analysis determines the superior version and assesses if the performance difference is statistically significant.
I like, I wish, I wonder, is a feedback framework commonly used in design thinking processes to gather constructive feedback from users and stakeholders. It's a simple and effective method to understand users' perspectives and identify areas for improvement. Here's what each component means. 1. I like. This segment encourages users to express what they appreciate or find positive about the design or prototype. 2. I wish. In this section, users are prompted to provide suggestions or express their desires regarding the design. They can mention features, functionalities, or improvements they would like to see. 3. I wonder. This part encourages users to raise questions or express concerns about the design. Users can ask about unclear aspects or voice uncertainties.
In the realm of design thinking, the implementation roadmap intricately maps out the journey of transforming a design concept into reality. This roadmap guides through vital stages. Prototyping involves creating practical mock-ups for design validation, followed by rigorous user testing and feedback sessions. Iterative refinement is crucial, enhancing the prototype based on user insights. Implementation planning outlines essential resources, budgets, timelines, and tasks, steering the project towards execution. Post-implementation, monitoring and evaluation assess the solution's real-world performance, collecting user feedback. Successful solutions are then expanded through strategic scaling, replicating them across diverse contexts or markets for broader impact.
In innovation funnel, instead of relying on a multitude of varied concepts that have been filtered through selective processes as seen in traditional methods of innovation, this approach initiates from what is referred to as the problem identification mode. This method of recognizing issues is influenced by two primary factors. Firstly, it involves making predictions based on the existing customer base and current technological landscape. The starting point is the company's day-to-day operations, where trends are closely examined to project how the company might evolve in the near future. Secondly, it utilizes retropilation, a technique that visualizes forthcoming ecosystems, technologies, and market dynamics. It draws present conclusions from the well-known facts of these future scenarios. Diverse initiatives aimed at addressing both current and future challenges are then envisioned and gradually accumulated, resulting in a comprehensive collection of initiatives.
Next we will follow use case where we will revisit the topic, harnessing the power of influence through the application of leadership traits and the principles of design thinking. In this use case we will try to understand how well influence, which is trait of leadership, can be implemented for an individual.
We previously explored the topic of influence and now aim to understand how to incorporate the quality of influence, a key leadership trait, through the lens of design thinking. During our session, we emphasized the importance of empathy as a fundamental pillar. Our approach involves gathering insights from the empathy map and jobs to be done analysis.
Steps followed as below. 1. Gather the details based on empathy map and jobs to be done. 2. Do homework. Create a roadmap following innovation funnel of achieving the goal addressing to his empathy. 3. Check the roadmap if it works, and this is critical experience prototype, critical function prototype. Feedback needs to be gathered. 4. It may need to be revisited following vision prototype and functional prototype. Again the process follows with gathering feedback. 5. Based on feedback the roadmap may need to be revisited and excess finished may need to be followed so as to address the requirement based on more depth. Ultimately, the goal is to adapt your influencing skills iteratively, based on a deep understanding of the person's empathy, ensuring your approach resonates effectively with them.
Thanks. Kindly consider liking and subscribing to explore further about the creative thinking process. Let's stay connected and embark on a journey of learning together, contributing to a more improved and inspiring world.